Hello everyone, I'm your science instructor and today in this video we are going to explore about the fourth part of life process, that is excretion. So the first topic which we'll be doing will be the introduction about excretion, that what exactly is excretion. Second, we'll move on to the excretory system in human beings, in which we'll be covering the whole track, that is the organs which are associated with the excretory system. Second, we'll be doing the urine formation. Third, we'll be doing the osmoregulation. Then we'll do renal failure. And last, we'll focus on the excretion in case of plants. So let's start with this interesting chapter. Let's start with the introduction about excretion. As you all know that in daily routine we take in a lot of substances. That is, we take in food, we take in water, we take in oxygen and other materials also. But have you ever thought that what happens to those materials which are not utilized by your body or which are no longer needed by your body, or you can say they are extra? What happens to them? Those substances are actually toxic to our body and we need to remove them. And for removal, we have a way out, like our body have a certain way out in order to get rid of those excess materials. Whether it is the oxygen, whether it is the carbon dioxide, whether it is the undigested food, or it is a sweat or any other material. So for this, various body systems are concerned. Like there are the complex glands, the organs and the different processes which take place in our body in order to get rid of those waste substances. The organs includes, like we have kidneys, we have the sweat glands, we have the lungs, we have the rectum. Like lungs are concerned with the removal of carbon dioxide gas. Rectum is involved in the removal of undigested food. Sweat glands are removed in the removal of sweat and kidneys are involved in the removal of urine. This is what we are going to take up in this chapter. That is the removal of waste. Now the question is, what kind of waste is removed in excretion? Like in case of food, when you are removing the undigested food, that is termed as egestion. Now, there is a specific term which is involved for the removal of waste, and that waste is mainly the nitrogenous waste. So, in our body, there is a kind of waste, I think you got it, that is a nitrogenous waste. And we need to remove that waste because that is toxic to our body. And for that removal, we have a system that is called as excretory system. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn about the excretory system present in human being, how it functions, how the urine is formed, and how it is removed. So, this is all about the introduction. Now, let's move further. Now, let's talk about excretion. So if somebody asks you that what is excretion, how you're going to answer that? So excretion is basically the removal of nitrogenous waste from our body. As I told you that there are a different kind of waste in our body, and out of those waste there is a waste called as nitrogenous waste. Now, as the name suggests, nitrogenous waste, that means this waste has nitrogen containing compounds. So these are the three nitrogenous wastes, that is urea, uric acid and ammonia. So these three wastes are present in every living organism. But the concentration of urea, uric acid and ammonia, it varies from species to species. Like in us, the concentration of urea is on the higher side as compared to the uric acid and ammonia. And if we talk about the other organisms, like if I talk about the bird, so in them, the uric acid is present in the higher concentration. And likewise, in insects, the ammonia concentration is quite high. So we all excrete nitrogenous product, but the prime nitrogenous product varies from species to species. So the organisms which excrete urea as a main nitrogenous waste, they are called as ureotelic. For example, us, right? Second, we have uric acid. So the organism which excrete uric acid as the prime nitrogenous waste, they are called as uricotelic. For example, we have birds. And the organisms which excrete ammonia as the prime nitrogenous waste, they are termed as ammoniotelic. For example, we have insects. So I think you got it. So now you are in a position to answer the term, that is excretion. So if somebody asks you about excretion, how you're going to answer that? So you are going to tell that excretion is a process of removal of nitrogenous waste, and those nitrogenous waste can be urea, uric acid or ammonia, and along with that you will mention that the organisms which are excreting urea, they are called as ureotelic, the organisms which are excreting uric acid, they are called as uricotelic, and the organisms which are excreting ammonia, they are called as ammoniotelic. And you need to specify the examples also. So I think you got it, that what exactly is the excretion.